here today again at Fan Expo. I'm talking to the two stars from the new Canadian show Lost Girl, Anna Silk and Kris Holden-Ried. And this is the...
Good job, man.
This will be your first starring, lead roles in TV shows?
For me, yes. Yeah, I'd previously done quite a bit of episodic stuff and some movies and independent stuff, and this is my first lead role where I got to tell a story for an entire season, which was really great.
Now this is a sci-fi, supernatural, horror, everything, so genre show. Have you done any genre material before this?
Not really. Very, very, very little. I mean, this was really like diving right in and just doing it.
Coming to Fan Expo and having all these people around is a whole different sort of experience to sort of, you know, the fandom is, if the show is very successful, is going to be quite intense.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this kind of genre it appeals to a lot of people, and the fans who love this genre are usually quite intense about it, you know, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens, because, you know, it's a really rich show. It has a lot of different flavors to it, so hopefully we'll bring a lot of people to it.
And what's been nice about coming here today is that you know, we already have people coming that have been paying attention to the press and who already have an idea of what the show is about, and they're excited to see it. So it's been nice for us to see that excitement directed at us, which is good.
So can you tell us a little bit about your character and your character and who they are on the show, what they do?
Sure.
Yeah, Bo is, grew up thinking that she was human, and at the beginning of the series discovers that she is not, that she's actually part of this Fae world. And the Fae world exists on the series. Fae live amongst humans, generally feed off of humans in some way. And Bo learns that she's part of this world at the beginning, and each episode she's introduced to various creatures, and it challenges her, and challenges things about her own powers. Bo's a succubus, which is a mythological creature who feeds off of sexual energy. So
she kill people when she feeds off them?
She can, and often does. But you know, so it's interesting for Bo to have to learn how to deal with these powers and how to use them, and what they really mean for her. Yeah.
The physical role, I'm assuming there's a lot of action and fighting in it, in the show?
I got to do a lot of fighting and fight, you know, headless creatures, and it was
ice giants.
Yeah, you know, Bo's a very stubborn girl, and she often kind of gets in over her head, so she's got to fight her way out, and you know, it's she sometimes puts herself and the people around her in danger, but she would go to the ends of the earth for her friends and her lovers, and they would do the same for her.
Kris, your character is, his name?
My character's name is Dyson. He, as Bo is new to the world of Fae, Dyson is old. He was an old sort of, the way I think about it, he was involved in sort of the military side of the Fae, you know, back centuries ago, and you know, had a falling out with the political ideals, and has now come back because the old king that he used to work for, or that he used to protect, is kind of resurfaced. So for me, Dyson's kind of one of the characters that sort of grounds the supernatural reality of the show. It's sort of my job to give meaning to that, to the Fae world, and make it real, to keep it real.
Now, I sort of get the impression that maybe does Bo, because she always thought she was a human, is trying to be more human than Fae, and Dyson has sort of embraced his sort of supernatural nature more?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yeah, for Dyson there is no, I mean, we hide our supernatural natures in amongst the humans because that's one of our mandates, is the secrecy of our society is paramount. But yeah, Dyson has no qualms about thinking about, for him and for most Fae, humans are our food source, whether it be eating them, whether it be taking sexual energy from them. It's always about taking, like, the Fae feed on humanity. That is sort of the essence of their species. So,
You're a cop.
yes, and in the human world, I function as a police officer or a detective, but that job is really to facilitate covering up any Fae activity.
Investigating Fae crimes and.
Yeah. If there's a Fae kill and I come across as a police officer, I suppress it so that it doesn't get out into the human stream.
And on our show too, the Fae world is made up of light Fae and dark Fae. There's sort of two subsects of this whole world, and Fae generally have to choose a side. They have to choose between light and dark, and sort of ally themselves with one side or the other. What Bo does not do, Bo does not want to do that. You know, this world is new to her. Bo's a little bit reckless because she doesn't understand the weight of what is out there. Dyson does understand that. I mean, he has to wear the weight of the history of the Fae. It's all new to Bo. Bo kind of is a little more carefree about it in the beginning and refuses to pick a side between light and dark. And that's where the sort of conflict begins.
So you shot how many episodes so far?
13. We did a first season of 13.
Coming out on September...
Well,
September 12th, 9 p.m., Showcase.
Yes.
Tune in.
Tune in.
Just last question. If you had to think of a memorable moment from shooting those 30... I mean, I'm sure there were many memorable moments. Anything that really stands out as something unique?
There's a lot of memorable
so many,
moments.
it's like...
I loved all the different fights I got to do. I love the relationships that that Dyson and Bo have, that that Bo has with other people as well, because those relationships are very important to her and very real, and they're not always perfect. And so I liked playing that side of things too. I liked how it changed all the time. I liked the conflict between them, and I think that that's a general highlight, but I think that was...
We were really lucky. We had such a great group of people. So it was like every day we were having either we were pissing ourselves laughing, or we were, struggling through, like trying to figure out how to make a scene work always together.
Yeah.
So
but it was very collaborative, and everybody wanted it to work, and everyone wanted to hear everybody else's opinions and thoughts, and it was a nice process.
Even with the writing, like we would have a read through, and we would really be talking about what we could do to make these scenes better, or like help with the characters, and like create the character story, the character arcs, and there was so many different areas that we worked in, and it was really lovely.
Well, I do appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. We're looking forward to the show. Congratulations on landing this role.
Thank you.
And great to see you on TV. I've seen you many shows, and you're brilliant. Thank you.
This one is a whole new level, so let's hope that the audience loves it.
Thank you again.
Cheers.